Hey guys, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel, and if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the JJuheard family. So today we're gonna do a more in-depth tutorial of how to make our body butter. One is gonna be our unscented body butter for men that I just came up with, and the other is gonna be our chocolate hazelnut body butter that's available on our site right now. So the first step was obviously boiling everything down to melt it together. If you didn't see my last video, make sure you catch up, and they give you more instructions for how to melt down the butters and solidify them. So right now I'm just putting the solid butter after I took it out the fridge. I'm putting it into the mixer. I just bought this mixer like 2 weeks ago and it was like $300, but it's definitely worth it if your business is starting to take off a little bit, and prepping the body butters by hand, it just takes too much time. So for me, it's really about consistency and quality and time efficiency. This is how the butters, this is shea and cocoa butter solidified in the mixer, and I'm about to start mixing it right now. So at first you want to mix it on low. I would say between 2 and 3 for the first 15 to 20 minutes, and just make sure you're scooping out any butters that get stuck in the whipper like I'm doing now. And you'll probably have to do this about 2 or 3 times, but it's not like really major. As you can see, the consistency is starting to change slowly but surely. So as you start to see the consistency getting a little lighter and a little thinner, I would say, or more fluffier, I should say, I would upgrade the speed to about a 4 or 5. And then check back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Constantly keep your eye on it because you don't want to over whip it. And you obviously don't want it to be thick, so you don't want to under whip it, if that makes sense. So just make sure you're keeping an eye on it, but you can definitely multitask. Like here, I was shooting content and I was making the body butter. So I wouldn't have been able to do that with the hand mixer. It just takes life and it just doesn't work. So, yeah. And I do want to note that I added in some vitamin E and a little bit of sodium lactate. I decided to incorporate that into my formula because your body actually produces sodium lactate, so it helps absorb moisture versus the butter sitting on top of your skin and not penetrating your skin. So I felt like it was really important, and I definitely see the difference in terms of my skin has gotten better. I have really bad eczema, and my skin has improved so much, and I even have dark spots that have gone away. So I definitely recommend this if you're looking to address some skin issues such as that. At this point, the butter is ready to be scooped into the piping bag, and I have on some disposable hand wraps, but I do recommend medical gloves if you're going to be selling this. These particular butters are for my own personal use, so I'm being a little bit more lax. If you're going to sell these, do not be lax with sanitization. Make sure you wash your hands, use Lysol wipes, and medical gloves. But anywho, so now I'm going to scoop the butter into the pipette. I put I don't know what that thing is called that it comes out of, the silver thing. I don't know if you guys could see it, but you put like the piping thing that makes a design in first. You cut a hole in the piping bag, and then you fill the body butter into the piping bag. From there, I'm going to squeeze that into a clean, sanitized container. This is definitely my favorite part, but it's the hardest in terms of recording. So I'm just piping out this unscented men's body butter. I was thinking about calling it King Butter. I don't know, it just sounds really good to me. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Should this be called King Butter? It is an unscented body butter for men. You can use it on your beard, your skin, your face. Typically our body butters do have scents, so I don't recommend always using it on your face, but since this does not have a scent, I definitely recommend using it on your face, and you don't have to worry about any breakouts. Now, any leftover basically I'm using to create our chocolate hazelnut body butter. I added in about 20 drops of chocolate and 20 drops of hazelnut flavoring oil to this mixture, and as well as brown mica pigment. I usually like to gauge it with the coloring to see what it comes out with first, since I do use powder for pigment versus liquid. So just making sure that the consistency is where I want it. As you can see, it's like a darker brown now. I definitely want it to be a lighter brown, so I'm going to be adding in a lighter brown shortly to just make sure the color matches what I want. I do advise not to put a lot of coloring, just because you don't want that to sit on top of someone's skin, and you don't know how people's skin are going to react to it. So I say as minimal mica powder or coloring as possible, just to give it that shade that you want. It's almost ready. I had to scrape the bowl probably like 2 more times. As you can see, there's a lot on the outskirts. But now my favorite part, piping the chocolate hazelnut into its container. Honestly, this is so satisfying to me. I don't know why. I just really like watching the videos over and over. But actually recording them is pretty tough. Anyone who makes body butters can tell you. But it's worth the reward. So this is the finished product. Now I'm gonna make some samples, which I just did here. I usually do that for any leftover body butter because I obviously don't want to waste the product. It's expensive. So there are the samples of the chocolate hazelnut, and then this is the unscented and chocolate hazelnut together. As I said, this is my personal body butters, so I make sure to put them in a clean space, and I put caps on them after the fact. But typically, the body butters will be lower to give room to seal the cap and everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Make sure you subscribe and become a part of the JJuheard gang if you're not already. And comment below as to what kind of video you guys like to see next. Thank you so much. Bye.